Good morning, friends. So, in this lecture, we will discuss the essay Superstitions, written by A.G. Gardner. Now, the essay begins with the superstitions related to odd numbers, particularly the number 13. The writer gives an explanation that a murder which takes place in 13 number street and incidentally the letter of the murdered person is also 13, then this fact will be noticed to everyone. And this is a coincidence that the murder takes place in 13 number street and the person who is murdered also has 13 letters, then this would create some kind of superstition. The common people will find the presence of supernatural elements in this case. The common man would just relate it with supernatural elements. It is the tendency of human beings to avoid such kinds of odd numbers. People avoid odd numbers. Why? Because it is believed that odd numbers are the symbol of ill omen, or these numbers possess some supernatural power. The people associate that the odd numbers have some supernatural powers. So the writer begins the essay with this number. In the modern world, superstition have become stale and outdated. But still, on many occasions, it captures our mind. For example, there is no connection between a hospital bed to the curative process of a patient recovery. There is no relation between the hospital bed and the curative process, the curative effect of the patient recovery. There is no doubt in it. Physical recovery, it is a matter of mind as well as of body. In this regard, a light shadow in the mind of patient may slow down or even defeat recovery. If the person, if the patient, if in the patient's mind some kind of what you can say that some ideas come, some depression comes, then his recovery would stop. Therefore, Florence Nightingale, who established and made famous the nursing profession, advocated giving flowers to the patient. The Gardner quotes the experience of a medical officer. His name is Duhamel, who was a medical officer and who also served in First World War. He was a French writer and a doctor who served in the First World War. He narrates his experience. He has written a book on his experiences and it became very famous. His experiences during the war. So in that, the doctor narrates an incident in which what happened that a soldier was brought into the hospital in a very serious condition. He was severely wounded. He was totally wrecked. He was slowly patched up and looked almost out of danger. But suddenly a pimple appeared on his nose. It disturbed the mental state of the patient. The soldier who had survived the heavy blows in the battle died of something less than a pinprick. Just that he thought so consciously about the pimple that it would destroy his beauty, his face, and it stopped all kind of recovery, and patient died. So this is another example. Gardner also explains the common sense value of some superstition. For example, it is advisable to walk around the table rather than under it. So it is a common man practical values which comes here, that when you are passing then it is advisable that you should go round the ladder instead of under it. Why? It is not homage to the foolish superstition, but duty to one's family. Because the person who is working on the ladder may drop anything, even he may drop himself. There is a possibility that he may have drunk, then he would may fall, and maybe that he is suffering from some epileptic fits, the fits which comes on rare occasions, on many occasions. So sometimes that the person may fall. So there are many possibilities of a person falling who is working on a ladder. So it is advisable that one should walk around the ladder instead of under it. Therefore, it is an ordinary measure of safety to walk around the ladder. Similarly, the Jewish objection, the Jewish objection of pork, the pork is a kind of meat, is based on the fact that the Eastern countries, it is unclean on physical ground. They prohibit people that no Jews eat pork because when in Eastern countries, when the animal is brought up, it is very unclean. Superstition proved outdated when man revealed the laws of the universe. It put man in the center of the situation. When the function of nature were not known, man looked the presence of supernatural power in these forces, because he could neither control nor understand these forces. He saw his fate in the clouds or in the flight of birds. He looked for every aspect of life to the soothsayer and oracles. Now, what the soothsayer and oracles? That he was dependent on the persons who prophesied about the future, जो लोगों की भविष्यवाणी करते हैं, आगे की बारे बताते हैं, भविष्यकारी बताते हैं, which we call in local language bhopas. So they due people with their forecasts. Gardner gives many evidence from history. For example, Pompey, a Roman general, was successful to postpone the election by shouting that he had heard the thunder, because it was the customs in Romans that if they heard the thunder, then they stopped all kind of work. So when there was a heated discussion was going on between Pompey and Augustus Caesar. So he clapped and said that he heard a thunder, and the assembly was postponed. The Romans would never transact business after it had thundered, because it was their practice. It is also a well-known fact that the Alexander the Great, was surrounded himself with fortune tellers. But most amusing story is of Cicero, the greatest of the Roman orator. He lost his life by trusting to the wisdom of crows. So he was followed by Antony and Augustus Caesar, and he put himself to the sea, and he could have escaped. But as soon as his vessel started, the crows surrounded his vessel, and he thought that it is an ill omen to run like that, to start his journey. So he came back to the shore, and he was murdered. So he believed in the wisdom of crows, and he was murdered. So in this way, the Gardner gives many examples to counterattack, to explain the superstitions, that how they work, how they are adopted. Gardiner concludes the essay with this remark that modern man is fortunate. The inventions of science have saved him from many ugly superstitions. The farmers of ancient Greece consulted the oracles for the flourishing harvest. In the ancient times, the farmers consulted the oracles, the soothsayer, for the good harvest. But the farmers of today are confident of his manures, that is the fertilizers. But today's farmer, they are dependent, they are confident about their fertilizers. The science has proved false many superstitions and myths. The modern man is more enlightened than the forefathers who lived a very gloomy life. The modern man lives a very happy life. Our forefathers lived a very gloomy life because they were afraid, they lived in fear, and they have compulsorily adopted some or other way of superstitions. I hope that you could have got the point which I discussed in the essay, and I hope that I have also sent you the text and the notes of the essay in the PDF form. You should read the essay, made it photocopy or may write in your copy, and then you should listen my lecture so that you would understand it more comprehensively. Thank you.